Today we're going to be playing Cerys, and the reason we're playing Cerys is because of the buff to Morkvarg. So Morkvarg got a power buff. He's now 6 for 7. And over time, we've also had some other buffs to the deck. The big one, obviously, being Drum and Shield Maiden, went to 5. I don't think we ever tried her out too much after that. And obviously, we're going to get around to doing it eventually. So I thought today, you know what, let's play some Cerys stuff. So as far as the deck, we are playing Ursine Ritual. We're playing Mask of Ouroboros. It's really nice to get you an extra consistency in the deck. We're playing Triss Meteor Shower. So there's two things I thought about here. We can either go for a heavier control approach with like muzzle and stuff, and then just go, like play round 1, round 2, more control heavy. Or I thought we could go with a big Triss Meteor Shower. I think this does a lot for us. You can either use it round 1 to secure a round, because we definitely want to win round 1, because with round control we can get a short round Cerys, which would usually be game winning. So ideally we can either play round 1 if we're losing really badly, play a Triss, catch back up, win. Or if we end up in a longer round 2 or 3, we can play Triss on all of the Shield Maidens. Since they're 5s now, they'll all get +3, worth a lot of points. We have Niromancy for consistency. You gotta be careful with this. If you get squirreled and you lippy and you can't get your Cerys back, that feels pretty bad. Although, to be honest, if you've lippied back like 5, which should be like 5 ideally Shield Maidens, you should draw one. Speaking of lippy, he's in here to swap our deck and graveyard. We've got a Heat Wave for some control, permanent control. We have a Royal Decree. We're doing Decree and Niromancy to help find our Cerys round 1. Then we have Roach Knickers for some thinning, and obviously when you play Lippy, they come back, so you get double value out of them. Playing Commander's Horn. On this spot, you could swap around. I was playing Mastercrafted Spear previously, but I thought we'd just go Commander's Horn, because the point slam, I think, on this is really valuable for that round 1 we want to win. And it's pretty easy to trigger, because you have Roach Knickers coming out with Cerys. Then we have the Morkvarg, the Vildkarl. I debated Blue Boy Lugos for a minute here, because he did get buffed to 7 power, but outside of the Cerys, we only have 3 spare leader charges, and not really any self-damage, so I don't think we could effectively trigger him. I considered running Bear Witcher Quartermaster to do it, but outside of him, it doesn't have great value, so I decided not to. Just went with the Vildkarl here. Do spare 2 spare leader charges, though, so keep that in mind. With Dregery of Vol, just a lock. We could do something else there if you want to. Then we have Bearification. This is great because we are playing 3 of our own artifacts, and if you're playing something silly like Cultist, you can Heatwave the Defender and then Verification the scenario. Then we have the Stunning Blow. We just had 5 provisions left, and I thought a control card was probably the best call, so I went for the Stunning Blow. You can play whatever you want at this provision slot. I just think Blow makes a lot of sense given the control. I liked having Mastercrafted Spears for it. I wanted to keep a little bit more higher reach potential damage cards. Then we have a Drum and Shield Maidens. We're obviously running both of those. Vial of Forbidden Knowledge, Epidemic, Spores, just like the value 4 provisions. Epidemic's pretty good. It can punish people opening with something and then playing Crystal Skull on it, like, I don't know, like a Fire Scorpion or whatever. And then you have Spores, just high value potential. The 2 Megascopes, obviously you want to Megascope these Shield Maidens. If you can't if you can't Megascope the Shield Maidens, it gets pretty awkward, actually. Like, they're not great outside of that. They're really only use. The other best thing is you could play a Berserker and then hit it the next turn. It is still 8 value, technically, if you do that. It's the next best option, but usually I just put them back then. Then a Squirrel and the 1 Funeral Boat. The Funeral Boat is just here because we go Funeral Boat into Lippy. You can get like 8 damage, which is kind of nice. I went with 1 because I don't really want to rely on it. I'm pretty sure it got answered each time, but we don't really want to save it for that either. Like, if we don't think the opponent's playing control, we can do this and play some of our specials. I debated just swapping this out for a Brockvar Warrior, which might be better, but at the end of the day, thought we'd go with it and see if we can get some value. So that's the deck. Basic idea is Cerys round 1, make more copies with Megascope. Round 2, we pushed for short round 3, while doing potentially Lippy. And then where you can go all in round 2, then you just go Cerys, hit that with a charge, Triss him, bam, it's a whole bunch of points. That is the deck. Let's go get into some games and see if we can make this work out. Okay, we're going to go up against Unbroken here in Deathwish. No muzzle's going to hurt us a little bit here, but we should be okay. Our main issue is if he's playing... Well, I guess we're going to find out what he's playing, so find out what we're playing. His point slam might be too high for us to get our situation here. I don't think this is going to be particularly good. Well, good for us, but we'll see what we can do here. Kind of nice to have Squirrel for Call of the Depths if he's playing Dagon. Spores is good against Deathwish. Put this one back. There's our Cerys. You gotta be careful with this deck, because you have like Roach, Knickers, 2 Shield Maidens you don't want to draw. It's a Haunt deck. Well, let's see what else is in here. Is it Vi? Oh no, it's just a Hypercontrol deck. We've seen this a decent amount. Now, one issue here is they are playing Scorch, and obviously all of our Shield Maidens are the same power. So we're probably going to get blown out to Scorch this game. We have to find a way to play a round 3 with Cerys where he doesn't have the Scorch. I'm not seeing that be possible. Yeah, this is just the Hypercontrol no unit deck. But outside of Scorch, I think we do okay here. Problem's just going to be that Scorch. I really don't know how to play around that here. I think the best choice is here. We're still going to go for our setup. We know he has Curse of Corruption, Heatwave, Scorch. I think those are his tall punishes. So if we can maybe like spawn the Ursine Ritual token, it'll be a 6. We could do something there maybe. Just the eggs. Problem's gonna be we can't win this round if he goes in with the Brewers Ritual, so we kind of have to hope he doesn't draw it. If he draws it, we're in so much trouble. I also double check on his tall punishes there. So Scorch, Heatwave, Curse of Corruption, and Parasite. Now we could hit a token down smaller with Cyclops. So in our Cerys round, we have to keep in mind we want something bigger. Let's drop the Megascopes in here. It's kind of a shame about this. We should have put our Cerys on the right of this. It doesn't matter because we aren't holding the Commander's Horn, but would have been nice. I love that Spores is looking pretty good. We'll probably need our Triss off this Oniromancy. Problem is we don't have great unit set up. I think we lock this. There's no Arrakis Queen, so the only one he really has for potential dangerous things for us is going to be the what's it called? For dangerous ones, like big Deathwishes. He doesn't have the 1 card, which is really nice. We do want to play this. We do it here. We can at least set up a decent Commander's Horn if we need to. Although Triss might be required here, we'll see. It's a Toad. Get some Deathwish value. He's up a lot of points here. I think we play this to set up the Oniromancy into Triss potential. Alright, so we can go Oniromancy into Commander's Horn instead of Triss. Or we can go Oniromancy into Vildkarl. I want to save the Vildkarl, I think. This is also a 6. I think we Oniromancy Barification. But that doesn't give us enough points. No, it does, because we get the pings from this, and he has no armor. So we'll do that. We're going to play the Barification here. Actually, you know what? We won't, because that'll get shuffled. We'll send it to Graveyard. Let's do the Horn. So Lippy goes off. I want to put the Verification into our Graveyard. Problem here is going to be his tempo round 2 into a round 3 Scorch. Just him having Scorch is such a problem. Not having Triss is also a problem. I don't think we can win a long round. The question is, how do we do this? The question is, can we force out Triss? Or not Triss, can we force out the Scorch here? Without getting, like, just losing the game? I think we can. The problem is, how do we do this? We don't have Triss is the issue. We decree the Triss. I'm just thinking of the ordering here. Let's play a squirrel while we're thinking here. We do want to get rid of that Toad. It's not really a great way to set up a Triss, unless we can always offensively Triss when he goes Brewis Ritual. Nice. He doesn't do anything with it. Doesn't do anything with it. I mean, we could Heat Wave it. The question is, that Heat Wave better or worse than saving it for Detlef? I think it's better. I think that's worth it. Because we're going to shuffle it back in with Lippy. We'll potentially get it again. Do want to shuffle back Royal Decree too, so let's go with the Vildkarl. Should Curse of Corruption this. Oh, he's going to Heat Wave it. So he still has Curse of Corruption and Scorch. It's interesting. We are on even here. Could go for a pass. That would potentially let us actually get our Triss. And get Last Say. I'd force a tempo onto him. He does have Detlef. It's like a big card. We're really debating here if we want to go for the Lippy. Just losing Triss feels really bad. I think we do it though. It's a Parasite. So he's setting up, he could Scorch us if we go in with Cerys here. On the other hand, we're pretty safe just playing something other than Cerys. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options. Like if we don't draw Cerys, drawing a Shield Maiden is pretty close for a round 3 push. So we could go in with any of these other cards on our Oneiromancy. Oneiromancy Decree for a lock. It's possible. We want to use the leader charge on this. We don't have. We'll actually want to save the leader charges in this case. Let's grab the Diregere.
I do not mince words on principle.
There's the Frightener. Now here we actually just don't have plays, so we do have to pass this. He might go Detlef though, and double leader it, or at least 1 leader it. Should be quite nice. 12, no, he has to double, which is really good for us. There's no Toad. So we get both of his leader charges there. The thing is going to be that Scorch, but we can now Last Say the Cerys, which will just do what we want here. Or Last Say us Shield Maiden, whatever we draw. We'll draw at least one of them. There's basically no way we don't. You know, I said that, and now we just won't draw one. Okay, we have one. We could put back a different card. We know he's playing no unit. Put this back. Yeah, we got a second one. Not the worst thing. Here's the thing. If we want to be really nice, we could just like... We know he has a Scorch. So, if he kept that Scorch and we don't play these, he just has to Scorch himself or discard it. Give him a Scorch on this if he wants it, just the one. We have another one in our hand. I mean, there's no way his last say tempo is going to beat us, so we're just going to discard. He has one giant toad. No Detlef. We should have discarded this instead of the toad, by the way. Or this instead of the spores. So this is going to be a Deathwish card. Otherwise, we would have played this range to eat it with the toad. That means he doesn't have the Scorch in his hand. Doesn't have the Scorch in his hand, we can go this. Play our 3, and then if he does have the Scorch, we'll ping 3 of our guys down out of Scorch range anyway. We'll get the value on this horn, but this should be a Deathwish card. So we do this. We're going to be protected by the, yeah, we're going to spawn here. That's a 6, we can't Scorch us, we just win now. This is a Deathwish. Get a nice win. Getting last say was really important there. I was debating we wanted to force the Scorch round too, but at the end of the day, just getting last say does it too. Makes us safe. A-Link, K-Link. Hidden Cache. We had a lot of fun with Hidden Cache and Yennefer last season. That was a good deck. Should play that again. Alright, so here we have a lot of stuff we don't want to draw. It's more important to put back this Shield Maiden than this. Do it in that order in case we draw a Shield Maiden. Now this hand looks pretty good here. It's just a matter of what is he playing. I'm guessing it's going to be Search Forgotten Treasures. Don't say it too often, but that's usually what these decks want to play. Let's hold off on the mask to see if we need Epidemic or not. We do have a Heat Wave. Question is this Heat Wave worthy? I'm kind of feeling it is. Unless it's double scenario search, in which case the search is more dangerous. But considering Lippy, we get this card back twice, so I think we'll just go for the removal.
Life's short. Enjoy it.
Are we more scared of this or this? Honestly, either's fine at the moment. Let's just start our... We don't really... We have removal for both. We don't want to use our mask until our Knickers comes out, though. It's really helpful if we did that soon.
Careful. I heard the Ethereal read minds.
I think we do Oniromancy to grab the other Megascope here. Setup is super valuable. Hey, there he is.
Nose, mouth, any hole will do.
Looks like the Epidemic's gonna be more value here. Oh, I think they're both more value than this. I think we'll just do this one here. We have our full setup now. And then I think we might be able to go in round 2 here. Depends what he's playing. He's going to Heatwave the Cerys. It really doesn't matter if they Heatwave the Cerys. You lose 8 points on the combo, but it's still good enough. Verification, I think we just play here. We could wait and like discard it into our deck with Lippy too. That might be worth it. Let's hit this. Let's really shut down his options. He does have one spender here. Like he's got one spender, but it goes really tall. So I don't think he'll want to do that. Really, we have all of our key cards in our hand. I think our round 2 push might be in the cards. Like actually in our cards too. That was not funny, I'm sorry. Alright, so here we have Morkvarg in deck. I don't think we want a Bearification. Don't want to draw the Morkvarg. Missing Commander's Horn's a little sad, but it's not the end of the day. In the world. At the end of the day. Let's just slam the Lippy tempo here. Still have 20 points on our combo at least. And whatever he's playing, let's make him do it. Still comes out for 15. Good tempo. Well, 15 once the Roach actually comes out. There's a Sol. We have a lock for him or a Purify. Or a lock or a reset. I mean, so Flying Radiant's coming back here. Do you want to do that lock? I'll try and in the meantime set up a potential melee Triss. We are holding that Spores, so if he does have an unlock, it's fine.
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
So when we play our Shield Maidens, we're going to get 5 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will now fill our melee row. If we just slam that tempo, do we win this round? That's my thought process here. We'd have a terrible round 3, would be an all-in. Really is probably not getting better than this, though. Look at his setup. We could Oneiromancy Heatwave after if we need it. Actually, Oneiromancy Heatwave now. Remove this. Spores this. Is that Heatwave now worth it? I think it is. Got a poison. It's like a poison-based deck here. I think we do go for this. We hit this guy's armor too, so we don't lose a value. We have a huge Triss. The question is we playing a Salamander deck? Probably not. Salamander's like Golden Necker and he played a Heatwave. It's a Bincy.
I really ought to help clear some of this clutter.
I'm pretty sure this Triss just wins us the game here. I mean, a lot of value. We're at 57. Now we're 89, so 32-point Triss. I'm sure you can poison this, but we're still up by 53 points. After that, we're still up 35. Yeah, so it's a Search Forgotten Treasure deck, so actually removing all this stuff here is pretty nice. I think we just finish the all-in here. Just do this. I don't think he has 58 points in his hand.
Same time next week.
Yeah, he doesn't. Even accounting for that poison. The deck we don't want to face the round 3. Moxie Dust here. I don't remember this portrait. I'll have to take a look. So he's playing Dwarves with Eudora, no surprise. Epidemic's really good then, so it can kill things through armor. These are pretty bad. Do have Cerys, we have our cards in deck. I think we can do another redraw here. Stunning Blow is actually surprisingly strong here. I don't think we need this. Let's see what he's gonna do. Still think we open with this.
Need to get slapping. All together! Give 'em no rest, no reprieve!
Look at that. We have a fantastic Commander's Horn set up now.
Wake up, dwarves! Humans Dwarves lust after our lady folk.
We go here. What is the... I'm forgetting the ideal horn setup. No, it's this. This is the ideal horn setup. Yeah, it's this.
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
He's not great, but will give us a huge commander's horn. To be fair, we're not holding commander's horn. He doesn't know that. And it's just good to have it set up in case we need it. Nothing here is really amazing. Roach is out. So we could do our... this. That's what we're looking for. We got a megascope. I don't think we need the spores. Do lose out on one guy. It's a little sad, but it is what it is. I don't want to play the horn quite yet, so he might not pass. If he plays a card, I think we go Oneiromancy for the second Megascope. Does leave us a little vulnerable, but we do have Decree on Triss if we need it. Because we can shuffle her back in our deck too with the Lippy. He's going to slam tempo on us. So I still think we Oneiromancy the other one of these. And then grab our Triss if we need her. Question is, we throw Deregere down first. You don't have Eudora, is kind of nice. I don't think we need to throw down the Deregere. I'd rather be like scared of a Broover coming down to try and win the round than this guy pinging at us. So I think we'd rather just go in here and do the second Megascope. He is in range of Stunning Blow, but I want to develop this carryover. This is weak to Broover, but that's okay, I think. So I think we take this Stunning Blow. It's pretty good value, removing that. He's going to want to use this on a Berserker, which we can then Epidemic or Pyrotechnician. Yep, that's a great Epidemic target. Kind of chewing through his stuff here. Still have a lot of points on our own board. And we have that Triss if we need her. I think we'll play the Champion next. Unless he plays like Broover or something. The Champion's kind of nice because it will go into our graveyard. Okay, he did play the Broover.
Nothing like a dwarf to get you out of a tight spot.
Let's go with our Deregere.
I do not mince words.
We have to hope he doesn't have a Purify. No Purify is great. I think we just play the Triss and secure this. This should be a big blowout here. We're at 40. Now we're up to 65. 25 points there. Pretty good. We still have the Wild Carl. The thing is, I think we want to slam points round 2 because this deck's pretty resilience based. Well, we don't know that, but most dwarves are. He's gonna have the other Zoltan with resilience on it. Probably might be playing the buffed Gabor. We'll see about that one. If we just slam round 2 tempo, we should be fine. So we'll have that Oneiromancy Echo back. If we get a Squirrel, I think he would. Doesn't have time to play it. That's pretty good. Pretty good value. It would have been better value in us, but hitting our guys. Guess he gets 1 armor denied there, so it's the same. We're up by 23 still. Obviously, we can't play the Lippy, so we have to pass here, whatever he does. But I think at 23 up, he might just pass anyway. Like, he's not going to have a good time getting out of this round. Because we're not tall. Like, if we were tall, he could Heatwave something, but we're really wide. So I don't think he really has a card. I don't think he has the cards to get out of this. Like, maybe Mahakam Pass plus Tempering. Plus... Okay, we said it. Mahakam Pass. Do have to pass here. We can't play Lippy. Let's see what he's got. He's at the part, he has to like leader and use that tempering or something, or he's just like baiting us. Yeah, we don't go tall. That doesn't matter. I think he just threw the game. He's going to lose down a card. Yeah, what does this do? Alright, he's going to forfeit. Yeah, there it is. Going up against Blaze of Glory, probably Raid Warriors. Now, Raid Warriors, like I said, we're not really playing any engines, so it's just value they're getting from their stuff. We do have a Squirrel Heatwave. We could potentially remove both of his guys, but I think we have to save those. I want you in deck. You're more important in the deck than Roach. I hate saying that, but it's true. So we have to open Cerys. This opening hand is actually terrible, but that's what you kind of have a risk with that. I debated playing the Bandit guy, Strays of Svalblood. Not Strays of Svalblood. Strays of Spala. Strays of Svalblood. That'd be a card. But I debated Strays of Spala because you can put back Roach and stuff with it. Problem is, though, we also have bronzes we want put back, like these. They don't work as well in that round 2 or 3. If you're playing a Troll Porter version, maybe that's better, though. We only have the one Megascope. Oh, we have none of our tutors either. Huh. This is a really terrible opening. Hold on a minute. I don't know if there's anything we can actually do here. The only plays we have are Wildcarl, Boat, Squirrel, Deregere. Play this one first. I guess we can Megascope it. It's a bronze unit. I'd rather Megascope it than a Squirrel, but I'd rather just save the Megascope if we're being honest here. I think we give up this round 1. I hate giving up round 1 to raids, because they usually don't have the tempo to earn it, but we'll see. If he doesn't leader, maybe the Wildcarl sticks so we can get a 4th, maybe 5th unit out for a Commander's Horn. That's really our only shot here. I don't want to use the Megascope. Really don't want to. What's in there? Scroll round 2. I think with Megascope is we can then Verification at 2 to get another unit. Do we have to? Or is he going to pass on 7? I think we want to do this. We can't risk it. I don't want to give him the round. We do have a ton of Point Slam in the Cerys combo round 2 and 3 now. Yeah, so we want to use it on the unit before he starts killing them. So we have Wildcarl next. Where is he? Bronze there. We want to put this on the other side of it. Oh, let's be real. We're not going to have the 6 units or whatever. So the push on even. If he passes here, it'll be the greatest, best thing ever for us. But I don't think he will. I might hit a Blood Eagle with the Squirrel if he plays it too, by the way. Don't want him having that. This is kind of their only consistency card for the tier. Maybe we can do this still. It is a terrible setup. I debated pinging the Knickers there with 1 damage. But he might have some pings or something. Oh, he's going to go Scald. So he does have more consistency than just Blood Eagle, I guess. And discard a Invader. That's not bad. This never does anything. Unless he creates a Great Sword. I mean, he's going to have a Great Sword. He's not going to create like another one. Just lock something. Set up a commander's horn, hopefully. I'd rather not use the squirrel to do so. Our other problem is he knows we have a a roach in our hand. Unless he thinks we cut it because it got nerfed, but these decks always play roach. Verification should be our next play, I think. I just want to do this first because verification actually has good tempo later that he can't interact with because of an artifact. Yeah, we'll do it. We do have Commander's Horn now. A really good Commander's Horn, surprisingly. He probably kills the Funeral Boat, though. Then we play Squirrel. I don't want to play Squirrel, but like, look at our other choices. He has only played bronzes. He could go iced on us, which would be pretty good for him, because he'd win the round and kill off our Field Carl and stuff, but then he won't have that later. But he might feel like he has to. Seven. No, this is a really good Commander's Horn here. Really nice. We really don't have any plays after this. I mean, we can just randomly drop a squirrel, but that's... I mean, we can also play Triss, to be fair. Triss is playable round one because we shuffle her back with Lippy. Just not the most consistent thing. Nice. We do get a win on even. Get a win on even, and we still have Cerys. That's beautiful. What's not beautiful is this round one. It was really ugly, but we managed to find a way to play it out at least. I was really concerned for that starting hand. Alright, there's a Royal Decree. Don't want a Shield Maiden. Don't give me the other Shield Maiden. Thank you. Right, now we got Roach. Now we're talking. Leaving out the other Megascope. Let's cap this so we can put it back in our deck round 2. Or round 3. Mulligan. Let's go in here, just grab our Cerys. Pull that Roach out. Combo on him. Now we're getting some setup going. Now we're getting set up. And then we'll go Megascope, Berserker. He'll hit the Berserker probably with Primal Savagery. Squirrel. I think Squirrel next once he replays one of these. Yeah, we'll Squirrel the other one. Oh, he's not even going for it. Thinks he just needs value. Might be right. Now, we do have a Heat Wave, but unfortunately, we don't have it yet. The round 3, as long as we have that Heat Wave into Cerys, I think we can do it. He's going to hit that. Ideally, we get rid of Blaze of Glory, because Blaze of Glory Iced plus tier can probably do the round 3 for him. Probably win it. I don't want to have that problem. Okay, that's not too hot, though, for him. Hit one, I guess. We'll go Berserker into Triss. Really try and hit that leader out of him. Spores isn't going to be very good, but we can do like a +4 on maybe this one if it gets another rain damage. I'd rather just keep it though for the boosted tier card. If we get Last Say, that'd be ideal. Right, hopefully he doesn't kill too much here. Nice, he's going for value. If he keeps playing melee, we have offensive Triss too, which might just be better. Looks like he's just going to roast stack on us. He's just going to roast stack. Who am I to complain? We have that one space left for the offensive Triss. If his rain doesn't kill any units, we'll do a boost our Self-Triss. Alright, he's going to spread out his guys now. Lose 1, transforms. So we get 4, 8, 12, 16 damage there. We get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 boosts on ourselves. We also have the option of playing the Morkvarg. Don't think that's very good, though. It's better to boost ourselves here. Not by much. Let's do it. We won on even, so we can keep playing down here. Ideally, we get rid of tier or leader. I don't think either is going to happen, though. Oh, we got the leader. Nice, we're happy.
No retreat, not one step.
We are happy then. We're good. Still have last say. We're always going to have last say because we won on even round 1. Should just draw this Oniromancy. If we don't draw the Oniromancy, nothing works, but if we see 5 cards and there's 7 in our deck, we should see it. I say that, and we're just not going to get it, are we? No. Okay, so nothing works. That's unfortunate, so we just lose the game now. Yeah, I've played the odds like that sometimes, though. This is a consequence of not having access to Cerys round 1. If you don't have access, if you have her round 1, don't draw the Oniromancy is fine because you can just Lippy it to the graveyard and it'll come back with the Echo. We don't have that choice because we can't Lippy round 2 because our guys are still on board. So we have to Heatwave the tier. I guess this is still kind of value, but like it's really rough. You have to Heatwave that. I picked a Highland Warlord. Our only chance here is just to go no unit and then end with Lippy. It looks like that's not going to work for us. We just don't have the points. Even if he discards both of these, he still wins. That being said, he has only played 2 Highland Warlords this whole game. So the 4 damage threshold for Primal Savagery, is that what he dropped? Or did he drop Blood Eagle? So War of Clans and Primal Savagery. It's better for both if we just discard this. I still don't think we win the game though. There should be one of those two. Like, I mean, it could be Freya's Blessing. It's Fabjorn. Alright, he's gonna force the trigger on it so he gets the unit back. We just didn't get our stuff. We needed the Oniromancy. We guaranteed the Oniromancy by Lippying round 2, but I mean, we didn't get the Cerys round 1, so there's nothing we can do. Going up against something. Raid Warriors. This deck is really popular again, by the way, in case you guys haven't been playing too much. I think 30-ish% of our games are against this still. Hopefully we can do better than last time and actually draw our combo. That would be ideal. We do have 2 of these. We have access. Like, we've got our cards this time at least. We've got a playable hand this time. Well, not playable. We have at least a good hand. We have a good hand this time. The last game was something else. We just didn't draw anything. We would love a squirrel here. But we'll just wait till round 2, I think, to hit it with the squirrel. Because right now we don't have a way to kill this guy. Could lock it. He's really not going to have any other lock targets. Like, nothing else he's going to play we want to lock, really. The only one we'd want to is Herald, and that one is a Veil in Form 3. We even have both our Megascopes, which is really nice. We'll just stick him at the left edge of the melee row, I think. And get a second Highland Warlord. We're going to put these melee so we can potentially set up for a Commander's Horn or Triss.
I can do a great deal more for you.
I just have to accept this value. He didn't discard anything really good though, so that's good for us. We're getting 5 points here. I think we play this.
What? This? But scratch.
He has Primal Savagery, it's coming down. But nothing we can do about that. Yep, there it is. Nothing's melee locked, so we'll just drop in one of these. We don't have to win this on even. We do have to win it. Go. Oh, Knickers, why'd you do that to me? Oh, thank you. He really should not have done that, because otherwise we don't get this Megascope trigger. I have no idea why he did that. Can't Epidemic these. These are all not 4s. I'm not concerned here. Question is, do we just want to go... Let's just do this. Does get us ahead. We have a decent Commander's Horn or Triss. Triss should really do it. Let's do Triss. Shuffling her back always feels good.
I'll do what I can.
You should have trouble overcoming that deficit. Nice. And once again, we want to leader this round 2, or make him leader us round 2. Our short round is very, very good. Old Carl's nice. The boat, if we can get it off, would be amazing. I would like the Commander's Horn, but I won't complain if we don't get it. Let's see. Would be bad if we got Morkvarg. It's not worth redrawing. What we'll do is actually go this, into the Lippy. I should get it big enough they'd have to leader it, I think. Or keep spamming those out. So if we go to 9, I guess if he has second Stunning Blow... No, he's at +3 on his raids. So the only way for him to interact with this would be exactly leader. See if he has it. Otherwise, this Lippy's going to be pretty good. If you force the leader with just a funeral boat, and a Vial of Forbidden Knowledge. That's really good trade. Because then we can go in with Vildkarl, and it'll be uncontested, really. I'll just play for 12. I guess it just goes in, like, the Revive. He has Fakusha and Herald still. Like, this doesn't get it either, because you only get 3 damage.
Look closely, kiddos, on thy courageous
So
mother.
definitely do the Lippy. Get that 7 damage. Feels really good. I guess 6 damage because an armor blocked one. And now at this point, Funeral Boat has done its value. And we get the leader. That's kind of nice. Love to see it. We have Heat Wave, Oniromancy. Round 3. If we draw into any of these, we can get to keep and go for the Triss. So Decree. Seems good. Seems good. We're in a good spot. I was hoping Knickers would hold off on that. We get him round 3. Can't. That's fine. We don't want to draw him anyway. Thinning out's probably better, but if we don't see him and he's in the deck, it's really nice. We got that, so now we just want to... Okay, when I say at least one, I didn't mean all of you. Oh, we just drew Triss. I mean, I'll take this. This is nice. We have Oniromancy for anything. It's probably still Cerys, funnily enough. We'll see if we can get value out of something else. It might be Spores. Or not Spores, it might be Dregeray, maybe, if he like spawns something dangerous. So we can lock the tier, actually. We go Decree, lock tier. There's no way he has a Purify in that deck. They don't run Purifies. So we just go Decree, lock tier. Give up on the Cerys. We already have a Shield Maiden. Cerys is just like 4 or 5 more points than a Shield. Cerys is 4 more than a Shield Maiden for herself and 5 more for spawning one. So she's 9 more points. I think this is worth it. It's pretty big. Obviously, we have this point slam. Got this. He's got really big value coming out, right? We do have last say this. So our choices here are we're going to Oniromancy on probably still Cerys. Then we have these plays. Let's do this one first. I don't think the ordering really matters. Yeah, I don't think the ordering really matters. We just might do this one last, because in case he has like a Champion's Charge or something, maybe it'll live. Alright, let's be realistic here. We're not heat waving anything else this game. So that's gone. If you put these all in one row, the offensive Triss would have completely destroyed him, but obviously he's already seen the Triss. So we'll go in here, grab our Cerys.
Step careful there. All together!
It's better if we don't draw her, but... Or don't draw the other one, but you know, it's alright. Gutting Slash. Should win this very easily. He's not even let us do the Triss. We do have it though. Alright, so we do take this guy out. Pretty solid. Alright guys, so this is the Cerys deck. As you can see, it does pretty well. Now, I'll be honest here, one of the reasons I wanted to play this is because these point slam heavy like combo carryover decks are quite good into heavy control, because you get big tempo plays, and into heavy control, we're not tall. We don't really care if they like muzzle our Cerys or whatever. Like we're not vulnerable to a lot of the punish, and we have a lot of point slam plays that can really just do it. So we're really playing this as like a meta choice because there's so much control out there. You kind of saw what we did today. We'll be play like 2 Raid Warriors, Hypercontrol, Deathwish. I don't remember the rest. Like we just played a lot of control decks. And into control decks like this with a lot of point slam and carryover potential are quite good. So that's why we're playing it. It's really good into the like high damage meta. And overall, I really enjoy Cerys. I know we called the deck Cerys Stupidity, but I don't think Cerys is stupid. That's just a working title, as they say. Well, it was not working, and I had to make the deck better. This is when the deck wasn't working, but now I think we've got it. So overall, I really enjoy Cerys. I think she's actually got some potential, and I think she's actually like this deck seems actually pretty good. As far as engine stuff, we might not have enough control for something like say mages potentially. So we have just the Epidemic, Stunning Blow, Deregere, Heatwave, like no muzzle, none of those big damage cards. I think as far as the deck itself, I really enjoyed it and it performed really well, which is great. Love seeing that. As far as changes to it, I really love Triss. Like I know people play like muzzles and stuff over Triss. I think Triss is a fantastic addition because with this extra 5, the extra point on these shield maidens, 3 on Triss's boost versus 2 is a huge deal. It's 50% more. And in round 1, it's really easy just to go Cerys, have all the guys in melee, play the Triss, shuffle it back in with the Lippy, go Triss again on top of it. It's so strong if you can do it. And overall, I just really love the deck. I think it's super fun. As far as changes to it, I think they would be down here in the bronzes. I think for the golds, Triss, fantastic. She gives you reach where you don't have reach in other situations on your combo. So for example, what's another big combo? Like Symbiosis. If they go Simloss double Equinox, that's 20, 22, 24. No, excuse me, 23, because Simloss is a 1 power now. Cerys spawns a card, that's 9, and you hit it, that's 8, and you pull out the 4 from earlier, plus the one she made earlier, so 5. That's a lot of points, but there are combos that are similar, so the Triss reach really helps you get there, and it also is super helpful with round 1. Like, one of the weaknesses of these setup decks like this is round 1, you don't have as much tempo once, like you slam Cerys and stuff, but then we start playing Megascopes, you're down to your bronzes, you don't have much tempo. Having the option of Triss slamming after that for like 20, 30 points just gives you so much more round 1 point slam. It's so helpful. I really enjoy this. I think this is a great card to put in here. As far as the rest of this, like I think you have to play this, have to. You could cut Commander's Horn, potentially Wildkarl. I think Wildkarl is by far better, or by far the best in the 7. I think Morkvarg you have to play too, right? So that kind of leaves you with the choice of Commander's Horn versus Control. I like Commander's Horn to take advantage of our Rose for more point slam because a lot of stuff is damaged right now. If stuff's more engine based, you can go with the Tesham Sword. That's a great option. I wouldn't really recommend Necromancy, although technically it can save you in a situation where you didn't get your, I don't know, something. I don't see it has much value. I don't know why I started talking about it. I was just thinking about reviving the shield maidens like crows, but they don't work like crows, obviously. Blue Boy, I don't think we have self-damage for, but you could potentially tech your 4 Persian Bronzes to do damage and take advantage of this. That's an option. The other one I want to mention is Axel 3 Eyes. This is the big one we're not playing. I think this would make a lot of sense in the deck. I want to play Axel. We obviously didn't play him in this game. I went with Commander's Horn. Commander's Horn has more reach than Axel. Axel is a 11. Commander's Horn is at least a 10, usually at least at the 14 or so. So it does have more points on the Horn than the Axel. The question is, I'm stuck between is, would you rather play Axel over Deregere plus Stunning Blow or Deregere Verification? I don't think so. I think Commander's Horn's better. And Wildkarl's better too because it absorbs the self-damage. So I actually don't think we have a spot for Axel, which is pretty rare for point slam-based Skellige decks. It is an option though. I think you could potentially fit it. If you're not playing Triss, you can definitely fit it. But as far as our deck, I don't think we have a slot for him, which is pretty funny. As far as the rest, like the bronzes, you could cut Verification. It's in here for a good value card. We have 3 artifacts, so it's pretty solid, but you can definitely cut Verification. I think you can go Verification minus the Deregere for Axel, and then put in like a Gutting Slash or something, or like Deregere Stunning Blow for Gutting Slash, something like that, I think is an option. And then as far as the rest of the deck, they're just the good bronzes, right? So Stunning Blows, we had 5 left. You could obviously play any 5 here. I really think that Stunning Blow makes a lot of sense because with it has the damage that we need, really. The other one is you can either play that Bear Witcher, or one that might be pretty good sometimes is like Raging Bear just as an opener. But I think that probably Bear Witcher or the Stunning Blow makes a lot of sense. As far as the 4s, like Vial, definitely. Epidemic, yeah. Spores, Megascopes. The Berserkers are the ones you could swap these bottom 4. Really the bottom 3. The Drummond Berserker and the Boat are the ones you could change. I like having the Boat just as a one-of option. Usually it doesn't do much because if the opponent is playing any type of control, they're not going to use it because they're not going to have value for it until you play the Boat, and then it's going to get killed. But sometimes they don't have it, and you can just get some really good value off of your Lippy. So I think having one Boat is fine. We do some specials to trigger as well. As far as the Drummond Berserker, it's just whatever 4 provision cards you are feeling at the time. Yeah, I think it's a good one. A Gutting Slash is one I'd like to play as well. We can find a spot for it. Gutting Slash, Red Haze, the normal stuff. Potentially go in with a Scald if you wanted another discard. I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, I think this is good. I really enjoyed the deck. Those are some options for it. Hope you guys liked watching it. And we'll be back next time with something in a different faction.